Bekiim Bahalacha 4. Bekiim Bahalacha 4, day 54. Right, page 136, Siman 27, Alacha Kavdalet 24. Even if someone, we're talking about now long hair, even if someone grows long forelocks above his forehead, the hair does not technically constitute a chatzitza between the tefillin, shalosh, and the yad. Anyone who sports such a hairstyle must take extra care to make sure that the tefillin are positioned correctly on his head. Although this hair right style does not present a problem regarding mitzvah tefillin, it is highly recommended that men who wish to place the right Hashem and his mitzvot, his main focus of their lives, refrain from making efforts aimed at making themselves handsome and attractive. Meaning, what are you trying to do? To make yourself handsome? But it could be a problem of chatzitza. So therefore, if it's going to be a problem of chatzitza, what are you trying to do? So, okay, you're right. Maybe it's not a chatzitza, whatever, but what are you trying to do? You understand? So anyone who wishes to wear his hair long must be especially careful to tighten the tefillin shalosh on his head and pay attention that it remains fastened tightly around his head. Since he has long hair, it's too easy for the loop to become loose within the matter of minutes, and then he doesn't fulfill the mitzvah. So someone who grows long forelocks, right, and he piles his hair over his forehead so that his tefillin shalosh are sitting over on several layers of hair, right? So then there's more of a basis to consider it a chatzitza. You understand what happened? He's got long and then he goes backwards. So it's like a few layers. So that's for sure is a problem, right? Also, if someone combs the hair from side to side, right, in the middle of the position, feeling shlosh on top of the hair may constitute a chatzitza. It's important that he pushes the hair out of the way so that only the hair that's growing from the middle of the head is under the tefillin. Meaning, don't come and take all the hair and put it over here. Anything that's here, you leave it there. But don't start putting it here, or it's long, and then you put it backwards, and then you're on layers. Don't do anything of these layers. And then he says, even if you're going to tell me that maybe it's not behemet mamash chatzitza, Yireh Shamayim, a person that's mamash yidakdek, don't come and start doing these things, to start looking for, at the end of the day, you have to be midakdek and mitzot. So he says, is it permissible to grow long forelocks? So the Gemara brings down to do with the David Elmaleh, that he had sons that were born to non-Jewish women, the Yefat Torah. Are you listening? Yeah, so he says you had David Elmaleh had children born to the Yefat Torah, to the non-Jewish women that he took in captivity in the battles. Each one of them was very, very handsome, and he had an incredible hairstyle of long forelocks, and they commanded the battalions. Rashi explained that even though it's a sur, right, to imitate the non-Jewish hairstyles, this applies to the style of cutting the hair short in front of one's and growing long behind the head. It is permissible to grow long forelocks, however, meaning to have short and then long is a sur. But if you're going to have long forelocks, it's going to be permitted. The Bet Yosef, however, he cited the Rambam that there are two forbidden hairstyles: to cut the hair short on both sides of the head, and to allow the hair in the middle to grow long, meaning short, and this long. I forgot how they call that. That's like it's a mohawk. Yeah, something like that. That's here short, and then here long. Right, that's going to be number one. And the other one is to cut the hair along the front of one's head and to allow the hair in the back of the head to grow long. So you cut short here and long back. Maran then complained that the Spanish Jews of the time apparently followed Rashi's opinion, since they know the style of allowing the hair on the crown of the head to grow long while cutting it short, right, on all the sides. He protested the practice. He says, well, you're not supposed to do that. So again, he brings it down. To do with the mitzvah of the tefillin, though, right? Okay, afterwards he brings down the Rishon LeZion. He says the right rule that we have no right to protest those who grow long forelocks. He says it's better not to do it, but we can't, give them musar. Machatzita shekel. He complained about those who grow long forelocks, explaining that this practice exposes the men as haughty individuals, right? He says they're haughty when they do these things. And also, he says it could be a chatzitza, that's a machatzita shekel, right? The Rashba, however, ruled that the concept of chatzitza does not apply to that at all. According to him, it's permissible to have it, right? The Rosh comes and he rules that chatzitza applies to both tefillin shel yad and tefillin shel rosh, not like the Rashba. Okay, the Rishon LeZion concluded from this discussion that we could permit wearing the tefillin on top of the long forelegs. First of all, we could rely upon the Rashba, that there's no chatzitza. And second of all, even according to there's a chatzitza, maybe it's his own hair, so maybe it's not a chatzitza anymore. So again, you have both opinions, but a person should obviously be very, very careful, right? Because at the end of the day, you want to be mekayim the mitzvah according to the proper halacha.